Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got something done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up in their names, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about a simple truth that a lot of people, especially men, will not understand and recognize right away. And so we're going to dive into that today. You see, there's different categories of men. I had this conversation today. In fact, I don't get into social media drama and things of that nature, but a friend of mine got into a argument with a young lady. I wasn't able to see their profile picture or anything like that to determine if they were to my spec. However, we'll just talk about the conversation itself and give you all some detailed information in that regard. So basically what was said is, from the woman's perspective, I pay for a $150 set of nails. Therefore, if a man takes me out on a $75 date, I am not there for the food, right? And if a man cannot afford that $75 date, she essentially says that they cannot take her out or they're broke. Without saying the word broke, I probably threw that in there due to my friend's reaction, basically calling them all types of names and basically saying that they would not spend that sort of money on a first date. In fact, they would say, rather than that, take that $75 and cook at home. Now, if you know me by now, guys and girls, you know that I'm a super big foodie. I go out and eat. I don't care if it's $75 or $60, but typically I'm not in New York, so it falls in the range of about $40 to $60 for a meal. So a little bit less than $75. I like to eat. I like to eat with company, especially good company, laughing, joking. Even if it doesn't materialize into anything else, I'm just happy. It's my own form of entertainment. That's what I like to do the most of. Other people might like to go rock climbing. Other people might like to go miniature bowling or ice skating. There's plenty of things that you can do, but this is what I like to do. And so you can find me at your local restaurant chowing down and having a good time because I work hard and I deserve to do so. But I'm not going to also look at somebody and say, okay, I understand the point of spending less by going to get the groceries instead. However, I don't believe that the woman is automatically wrong in her analysis. You see, a lot of guys, yes, don't understand that although the nails are not being changed on every date, right? You'll probably go on 3 or 4 dates and change that $150 set of nails. However, that gentleman that goes out and spends $75 on every single date is effectively spending about $300 after 4 dates. And so the cost on the man can be a lot higher because a woman will say things like, if I can do this for myself, a man should be able to do this for me. To a degree, I understand that. But at the same point, if a man can do that for you, he also has to do for him as well. So it's twice as much. Whereas the woman is basically saying, a man who, if I make this much, a man must make twice as much in order to accommodate for me. That is idiocy. And so you'll run into some girls who are actually willing to say, you know what, I got it this time. I'm going to do this time. And those are women that understand life. Now, every man does not need a woman to have it this time. And I know there's girls that are already saying yes, yes, yes. But at the same time, you also have to understand that it's important to reciprocate your energy. It's important to show people that you care about them and that you actually value what they're bringing to the table outside of their finances. So if you can, it's not a bad thing for a woman to say, I got this, and it doesn't have to be their birthday or a special occasion for you to show some appreciation. You know, a lot of the times, people think solely about themselves and not about the other person, and it leads to, a lot of the time, just self-interest and self-fulfillment, never thinking about the other person at all. And so you got a lot of selfless men with entitled women, right? Like, I don't hear a lot of guys saying, oh, I'm taking her out on a date because I want to F after. No, that doesn't become a topic of conversation. In fact, it is rarely brought up. So a guy that's taking you out on a date is typically trying to wine and dine you, get to know you a little bit, and is really actually interested in you. I personally, I don't take someone out on a date that I'm not interested in. Now, sometimes that was a little bit of a lie. Let me back up. I will go out on a food date and not necessarily be all the way in. Like I said, I like to enjoy myself and have fun. And with company, that's cool. If I don't enjoy the company, I just won't take them out the next time around. And so for me, it's a little different. I can spend that $60 knowing that $40 of that was spent on me anyway. Like, I buy those drinks. I took a plate to go. I bought food there. Like, I do the most when it comes to food. If I like something on the menu, I'm getting it, right? So at the same time, I understand that if the bill comes up to $100, I probably spent $70 on myself. And that's just the type of women that I've been around. They don't like try and gouge me. They don't try and dig into my pockets to see whether or not I'm a successful guy or not. No, like, they order what they want, and that's that. Sometimes, honestly, a woman will ask me to order for them. You know why? Because they don't really care what's on the menu, or they value my opinion enough to where they're like, you know what, just order for me, whatever it is. Half of the time, they don't even want to eat. They're just there for your company and to get to know you and be in your presence. If you're that type of guy that commands that sort of attraction, then you won't be in the situations where you're upset about a $75 date, because you know that they're not there for the $75. They're in fact there for you. It's only one time in my entire life that I ran into a person who just wanted to be treated nice. Who just wanted to be treated nice, but wasn't necessarily interested in the person, right? There's only one time ever that has happened, where you're having multiple conversations, you're seeing each other all the time, but they're not 100% invested in you, or even 50% invested, maybe 50%, but they weren't all the way there invested in you. Only one time in my entire life that's happened. I can see attraction from a mile away. In fact, 9 times out of 10 on the first date, the attraction is instantaneous. These people, these women will want you if you are the type of man that they're interested in. And so those who are upset about how many dates they're going on, it only takes one date. From my understanding, honestly, I like to go on the dates. I do. You don't need to go on a date in order to just lay down with a woman, but where's the attraction in that? I don't get it. And maybe because it comes a little bit easier for me, I'm looking at it in this linear way. So please correct me if I'm wrong, but it's really not that hard. I understand that you guys can get it without going on a date, but I also understand that some guys are taking girls out on dates, and whatever they're expecting for their outcome is not happening, and so they're upset. Ultimately, I believe that it is up to you as an individual to work on yourself, and you'll start to attract the people that you want in your life. Do not go out of your way for someone that is not even trying to meet you halfway. It's going to save yourself a lot of headaches. Just because someone is attractive does not necessarily mean that you should be diving super far and super deep into said person that is not showing you any level of interest. And so you back up, you give space, if you're confused in any way, you just say, I'm good. You see, I'm big on transparency. Somebody asks me a question, they say, hey, are you interested in me? Hey, do you like me at all? Even a little bit. I'll let them know. I'm happy to answer that question. I'm happy to, dive deep. I had a young lady ask me today, am I interested in her? And the answer was actually yes, I am.